The enemy in Eeps are surrounded and dying. The enemy put up a girthy, deep defense, which is a nightmare. Barbed wire cuts my men to pieces as we advance. Many piles of bodies of my own men form on the attack. Winter arrives and my men get butchered by enemy machine gun fire. We charge across no man's land with grenades in hand in the fog. Many bodies lay in the snow after this battle as we march towards Paris. You must love gaming because you are watching this video, so why not save yourself some money and get on Instant Gaming? They have everything you could possibly want. The new stuff, the pre-order stuff, and the classics. Honestly, you're missing out if you don't get on here. There's a link down below in the description. You can thank me later. Back on the Great War, the Western Front. Bit of a update then. Eeps is surrounded, cut off, but we have 6 enemy infantry units all surrounded and are slowly going to die. Now we've recently captured Dunkirk. That's not going to do them very much good. Calais is an option. However, if we have a look down here, I can see Paris and it's just there. I want to murder them. So we also have started pushing through Raphael into Chateau Theory, or whatever you want to call it, and we are now working our way down that way. Vouchers, we have another army ready to murder more people. We're going to go down this way. This should split the enemy in two to a certain degree. The British aren't going to be able to move troops down here. The French aren't going to be able to move more troops down here, and eventually, when the Americans join, they spring up around one of these, and they won't be able to move troops down here either. So that will mean all of these are in a bit of a pickle and are trapped, but they will have supplies. They're not just going to die and wither. So we'll just have to keep an eye out. Our flanks are going to be desperately exposed. As we push down here, either side can get slapped in the face, so we'll just have to see how we get on. So the next part is to attack this region. There are 7 units of goodness waiting to die, and that is about it. Overall, our defensive lines are incredibly thin, but I reckon we can hold out. There's plenty of units up here that we have which we could shuffle around and potentially start pushing over to Paris with as well. Or we could use some of them for defensive operations. I haven't quite decided yet. These units here don't actually need to be here anymore because that is surrounded, but I am going to just keep them there for the remainder of this turn, just in case they get a bit funky. Money wise, we're doing all right. Supplies, we're definitely all right. We've got plenty of aircraft floating around. That includes the bombers and the fighters, which is just right lovely. Research wise, there we go, there's the fighters and the bombers. We also have the landing strip because there was a mission for it. We've just researched elite training, which gives us elite raiders, which are right lovely. Now, I could go and get the flame warfare. They are just... But let's have a look, see what else we can have. More troops would be nice, but we've got to go down here to get them first, which is rather annoying. More money always helps, but again, I would like something to murder the enemy with more. We have a rolling barrage, not rolling barrage, where's it gone? There it is. The smoke shot, they are rather good. I've been using them a lot lately, and I like them. It means you can slap a load of smoke down, and your raiders can run up and throw grenades at the enemy while they are firing. Blind body parts get flung everywhere. Now I could do a rolling barrage at the same time. That does actually seem like it would be right lovely. But what would give us a bigger advantage first? Well, tanks would be right nice, but you gotta go through hoops to go and get them, and I just can't be bothered with that just yet. Gas, I definitely want some of that good stuff. I like it. Increasing the output of damage from the standard infantry rifle, that would be very good, especially on the defense. That also leads to sniper and anti-tank training for the elite troops. Now the snipers, I particularly use them a lot as they are accompanied with the elite troops, so that would be rather wonderful. Down the line, defensive works are going to be key. Mortars are rather moist, and that also leads to better gas. Now that is rather lovely as well. I think I might save up my pennies and start going that way. Improved trenches, I think I'll grab that, and then that leads to the immediate long-range explosives, which is the mortar emplacement. Yes, give it to me. Then we're going to be a little bit closer to the gas of goodness. I'm thinking a little bit more of the defensive manner lately, just because the enemy have been getting rather giddy and my lines have been rather thin. Ooh, that one might be good. Advanced MG training increases the damage put out by them. Oh look, there's the other one. Increases the damage of machine gun weapons on all oh no, that's part of that, never mind. Thought that was anti-aircraft weapons. Changed my mind. I'm gonna go for the trench and the machine gun. We use a lot of them and I like them, so let's do that. Time for the attack. We have 2 Royal Bavarian infantries. We have 3 German air wings, 4 German conscripts, not all German I suppose, German conscripts. We have 2 elite troops. These will have the snipers and the anti-tank rifles in them once we've unlocked that. And then we have 6 standard infantries against 7 of unknown. Let's get stuck in. Let's do it. Oh, it says 6 there. 7 there. Ooh, now I'm curious. They may have aircraft. Let's do it. Let's murder them. Currently untouched battlefield. Isn't that wonderful? It's going to be a mess real soon. Now, this town is going to get obliterated and everything else, but as you can see, our lines are quite far back. If you look at the map here, that's where we can build stuff, which is already going to be a problem because it will mean our artillery can't quite reach all the way back here, probably not. So that's going to make things rather interesting. I'm going to go and place some trenches of goodness down and see you in a minute. Alrighty, this is what I've come up with. So we are on their attack. We've got plenty of forests which we're going to have to occupy in order to keep our position strong. The trenches themselves are a bit rubbish when the enemy can come in through the forest. So I've got plenty of troops here ready to occupy all of those bushy areas. And because I didn't know what the enemy were going to do, but we've got plenty of barbed wire, I think. We have the Bavarian Pioneers. Now the enemy have decided to use barbed wire a lot lately, and these guys can run through it without any trouble whatsoever. They rip it to pieces. We also have the German Grenadiers. They're going to go in and blow people to smithereens, and some elite troops as well. Now, the tactic that I had devised not too long ago is probably not going to work, because we only have the heavy artillery, because that's the only thing that will half reach the enemy. So we can't put any smoke down for the grenadiers to blow them to pieces. So they're probably going to get butchered. So what we might have to do is do it the old-fashioned way with elite troops or regular... Look how deep that is. With elite troops or regular troops and just blow up our way through. Because we're going to have limited artillery cover also, and all of this here is barbed wire. There's loads of it down there. There's loads of it down here. Oh geez, more of it down there and all the way down there. That is looking like a solid defense. And I'm not looking forward to it, to be completely honest. This is going to be a rough one. Thankfully, I have some air support, but they can't do the harassment missions just yet, so anybody running around isn't going to get murdered. We can bomb emplacements, we can get air superiority, and we can do air recon missions, and I strongly suspect I'm going to need a few of them. The balloons also wouldn't reach very far, maybe just skimming a little bit of B, but that's a bit pointless. So, plan. Dominate these forest areas, see what happens, push over here a bit. I have a respawn point coming off this road. We can murder anybody coming out of there, hopefully. And it might be a case of a flank attack going into these trenches. Going forwards seems to be a bit like suicide. And they're all more or less connected. So we get to about here, then we're going to have to cross, but we can hopefully push our way down here. All of this is open ground, meaning we won't have any backup. This is going to take time and a lot of men. However, if we do manage to do that and we occupy these bits of trenches, anybody coming out of here should be shot. Lurking around here should be shot. And if they're coming over here to reinforce, if we have these trenches, they should be okay. Taking this is going to be a bit of a nightmare. Most of these will have arcs that can shoot all the way down here, so going down here is not going to work, and then we have the barbed wire there as well. So, what might have to... see, going through the middle of the forest is also probably not going to work, because these cover it going on the approach, and our artillery doesn't really cover the ones at the back, so they're probably going to get shot to pieces. Might be a case of pushing, like I said, down here into this point and then running across, because we do have some artillery and it's just going to have to do. That's the only way I can see this happening. We have to come in at the flank here, shove our way on, and shovel our way down. So let's start, shall we, and see what happens. Troops are moving. We're going to dominate the forests, and they go. All of them, hopefully. Can't be having the enemy doing any sneaky attacks on me, because they're like that, you see, and they're not very nice when they do it. And it also gives us a little bit of vision. Now, I do want to start pushing up this way. Oh, here we go. They're coming in. North African who? Tiliers, whatever that is. They gain more cover. We're not in a trench. Okay, well that doesn't matter when you've got lots of guns shooting at you. They've all been murdered. Excellent. Moving up the side a bit here. I strongly suspect the enemy are probably going to have machine gun nests. Just because of the extensive defensive works that they have put in. Oh, I can blow up their thing. Destroying that balloon. Restrict their observation. All the artillery is now blowing that up. Excellent. Got a plane in the air. Barbed wire. Lots of troops. Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Oh, jeez. Oh, there's some light field artillery. Okay, anything up here? No, that is still alive. Oh, I missed. I must take a look. We've got lots of French Foreign Legion. Base anti-structure grenade range increased. Oh no, assault specialists. Oh right, yeah. No, they're nasty. They can lob grenades at things. Let's finish off that. More artillery coming down. Well, if there's no machine gun nests, that makes things a little bit easier. Artillery bombardment is going down. I've just realised the enemy are also using the improved trenches, which means artillery is not going to be as effective, which isn't very good either, to be completely honest. I'll stick a few of these chaps in this little bit of forest. We've got a bit of a bombardment going on here, so that when we go in, hopefully they'll be a little bit squishier. Alrighty, the first troops are going to go in. Going to bombard this a little bit. We have some spare artillery to bombard the guys at the back. Nice, nice. Some of our troops are being caught. Enemy artillery is now going to be coming in. But we are in the trench. Oh jeez. Yeah, no, move along, move along, move along. They've got stuck. Ah! Get in the trench. Oh, the raiders got murdered. But we're in. We are in. Nice. This now means I can flood my way across. This is good. Very good. If I can just get some solid troops in here, because they're going to be wanting to reinforce this soon. Oh, the British are here as well. Don't know what these troops are doing, but we have more troops ready to come in. They're going to move. Oh, artillery. And I have to move them away and just get them murdering. These raiders are not going to be much use in this combat, I can tell you that right now. Move everybody across and just keep pushing. Artillery is ready. I want all these units nice and squishy. The raiders moving up. They're going to get murdered. Send them some support. Just keep shuffling people forward. Don't think there's anybody in this bit of trench, which works well for me. More heavy artillery is coming in. That's not going to do me any favours. I've tried to be cheeky and it's worked. I've managed to grab this bit. So I'm going to speed more troops into there as well. Need to push up here as much as I can. More enemy troops there. Can blow them up as well. Excellent, excellent. Sending more artillery. Get them up there. Get them down here. We can start shuffling. Get them across. They're being blown to pieces. Get more troops across. And just get more and more and more and more. This is definitely going to be a case of the elite troops. If I can just conquer B, this makes life a lot easier. We are grabbing it now. Troops are coming in from the enemy. And keep pushing down this way. We've nearly got B. Nice, nice. Keep this strong. I'm going to need to keep this strong as well. It would be funny if I can run over there, but I don't think we're going to get that opportunity. Reinforcements currently are going to have to come from all the way down here, which is a bloody long way, but now I can reinforce from there. If I can grab A, that'll be grand. Keep pushing, keep pushing. They're now under threat. They don't seem to be wanting to reinforce too much for whatever reason, but let's keep more troops coming in. Oh, here we go. More troops, let's blow them up. French body parts are going to be everywhere. Oh, they're actually the North African people. They're also going to get murdered. Let's push these further forward. Eliminate this entire bit that the enemy seems to currently have hold of. 4 heavy artillery barrages does seem to do the trick. That now means I can potentially reinforce with this sector, which is also right lovely. If you didn't already guess, keep people moving. We need to push all the way up here into this bit. That's how we're going to get this, because now they're going to try and blow me up to 3,000 million pieces, which is not going to do my troops any good whatsoever. I keep sending reinforcements down. I'm going to evaporate them from existence with more heavy artillery. More troops are here. At some point they're going to reinforce from this location, and that's not going to do me any favours. Got all my available troops down here. Their artillery is going to be a constant nightmare, which is not ideal. I need these troops down there. I need to occupy that bit of trench immediately. Oh, there's troops in there, but there's nobody in there. Alrighty. Well, they're going to get shafted. Better get them out of there. Might as well get them out of there. Yeah, look, see, they're just getting shafted. Need to blow them up. See if some artillery fixes it. French and British... Oh, there's loads of them now. Great stuff. They're all going that way anyway. Need troops just to constantly push. This is the bit that we need. I need to eliminate all of it. Going to be reinforcing from here, though. If I can just stop them and murder as many of them as I can, that'll be great. If I can get across, that'll be even better. Let's just send a man over and see if they survive. Probably not. Now, they've got people at the back as well. This is just going to be an artillery lobbing session for a while. Might... Oh, look, see? Look, they're now being cheeky and sending reinforcements from that direction. That's not very nice of them. I better get some more troops further up. Push all of these further forward. And just keep pushing. If they're going to be reinforcing from here, I need to occupy all of these with a solid, good bit of goodness. So try and blow some of these up, because they will try and reoccupy these trench works. And if I keep blowing them up, that means they're going to be exposed to gunfire, which works well. Nice. Keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Pretend you're Dory. Just keep swimming. I'm going to keep these guys here. See, look, they're going to keep coming in, and they're going to start getting murdered. Now, they're definitely going to get murdered. Excellent, excellent. That is starting to work. Problem is, I still need to be able to get access to down here, and that is going to be a major problem as long as these are occupied at the back. A recon plane might reveal them, but I'm pretty sure that they're still there anyway. Oh, sugar, they're all now going to die because I misclicked. Bane of my life is that. Misclicking for fun. Enemy troops, so there's going to be one or two of them just stashed here at all times. I've got a funny feeling. More troops coming in, which is wonderful. I need to get them up here as quickly as possible. Thankfully, they move quite quickly. But look at all that, there they all are. I have a cunning plan. Bombard them a little bit, just to keep them quiet. Get rid of all them. And send in the troops while all of that is happening. Just keep sending troops forward. I need them in there as quickly as possible to shuffle them. Slight problem with the plan, the artillery doesn't reach. Oh jeez, right, okay, these now need to get back in the trench as quickly as possible. I could shuffle them down at least. that artillery is ready. Thankfully they keep coming through here making that mistake. But yeah, nah, I can't suppress them until the artillery, these 4 only, can reach. But it can be done. Try and blow them up a little bit. More troops coming through the forest, getting murdered. Excellent. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a few of them. They're getting a bit of a slapping. If I can eliminate that section, I should be able to just push through. This is not looking good. They're going to be pushing us out the area again, but we are slapping them in the face at least a little bit. I can bombard this area with the ones that don't fit over there, so that's good. Lots of reserves at least. They're all going to get murdered. They need to go home. These shuffled across. Excellent. Means we can get these further up as well. These shuffled in there. Need more troops coming in at all times. You cannot forget to keep bringing more in. Apparently we've pushed back a lot of their forces already, but I don't really see it, to be completely honest. No, we're alright, we're alright. Alright, we're going to go for a bit of a push in a moment. Get them across there, get you across there. All of them are currently occupied, so we're going to push them across. Get them running across there real quick. Hopefully not too many of our chaps are going to get murdered in the process. But the artillery is coming again down, and the men tend to get in a bit of a pickle. We've managed to cross slightly, murder some of these. The artillery do its job. We've pushed our way across to that one. They cannot reinforce from this area anymore. They can only come down from here, which is going to be from the forest. Nice. Oh, a lot of these, really, I should send them home, but first I need these lot to get their act together and moved up here. Pretty sure they've still got troops all the way over there. Gonna murder them a little bit. Sending in more men before we take those over there. These just need to go home at this point. These need shuffling. They're doing their job. Get these all the way up here. We can move them across then as well. And once we've taken this area, we should be alright. But they're going to be coming in quite a few of them now. I'm going to have to blow up a few of my own men to get the job done, unfortunately. Bit of collateral damage on my own troops is always welcome to a certain degree, at least. See, look, now everybody in there is dead, and there were more Frenchmen than Germans, so that helps me out wonderfully. Their sacrifice will not be remembered. Still got a funny suspicion that they have troops in that one. I'm 99% sure of it. Try and clear that out before we move our troops over. We'll just keep shuffling. Need to get some of these over. Enemy artillery still coming in. They're going to get shafted. Try and move up this way. That artillery barrage will hopefully have finished by the time our troops get in there. There you go, they've ran away. Just need to dominate this little area as best as we can. There is some of their heavy artillery that's doing the majority of the work on our troops. We seem to be actually having not too bad of a time doing this. Get them over there and slap that artillery in the face with some wonderful grenades. Occupying this forest would also be rather advantageous for me, and I can now resupply from just there for the final push. Excellent. They need to remove all that artillery. We're doing all right. Doing all right. Preparing for the final push. Lots of units ready. Oh, they can see me. That artillery needs to be removed. I need some reconnaissance. Let's have a look-see. If I can just somehow sneakily get in there, that'll be right lovely. I won't be able to see the units until we're on top of them. That's why we need to send planes in. Now, here we go. Let's have a look-see. We're avoiding the barbed wire by going this way. Nobody in there? Oh, yeah, there is. Never mind. If I can cross this, take out that, then they're only going to have one set of artillery remaining, which would be right lovely. Trying to get the artillery involved, that is the best I can do with the ranges available. Let's get those troops in there. We've got more coming over. Let's get even more coming over. Just to be ready. We're going to take out the majority of that artillery. They're reinforcing from there still. Those men are probably going to die. That's not ideal. They're now coming in for a bit of a push. We are now engaging them in the trench itself. We need to move these troops forward so they don't get too murdered. That's never going to be exactly ideal, but here we go. Yeah, this is now becoming a dogfight in the trenches. This is just going to be a manpower game, which I think I will win. If I push over to here, these are just going to murder me. Oh my giddy aunt, they won that. That's fantastic. Let's get more men in there. These are somehow clinging on. This is wonderful. Let's get more artillery in, I think. Maybe. Nobody there. Keep them going. But I can penetrate deep into this bit of trench network. That would be wonderful. Need to get more troops in there rather quickly. There we go. This is where the fun begins. Again, with the ranges available, that's the best artillery strike I can possibly do. But holding on to this and breaking in the way that we have is going to be major for the enemy. And I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with that. But this is where we start getting stuck. These guys at the back are going to start shooting the people that are reinforcing. But I can shuffle troops along while they are continuously shooting at all times, which is wonderful. See, look, they're now coming out of there. They should turn around and slap them in the face. Should. They're thinking about it. Alright. There, jeez. Oh, look. Yes, French troops are being murdered outside of their own trench network, and now we're pushing it in. Right, lovely, is that? Right, lovely. Just keep shuffling. Artillery is ready for another bit of a do. Most of the artillery is quite useless at this point, but we're breaking our way through slowly just by flooding it with manpower. Only thing that we can possibly do at this point. Not ideal, but it is what it is. That aren't connected. I'm hoping I could possibly clear most of this out just by using the artillery. That one I'm not going to be able to do though, so I'm going to have to shuffle some units across, murder them and murder them that way. And this though, I'm just going to have to attempt to wriggle my way in. Now I do need more troops. These are technically available now. See, they can't get down here at all, so if I use these troops, that'll be right lovely. More troops available here. Get these involved. There we go. Starting to lose a little bit of ground, but overall we're not too shabby. Get these running down here. There's going to be a few people in there. The artillery, apart from this one, is now useless. I might be able to just scrape them. I want them in position. Get them in that trench. We've got a few options. We just need to try and get them in a good position. That might be the last lot of them. Don't know if they've got anybody in there, so I'm going to risk sending one in. I'm going to send those home. I need to start shuffling these troops back down here again. Their losses have been staggering. They're in a bad way, apparently. Excellent news. Just keep sending more and more and more in. Can't possibly shoot me from that direction there, so I'm just going to send a load of these in. We've got plenty of cover from the guys at the back, which is excellent. These might need a bit of help, but overall we are now definitely getting on top of this. Let's get a few more troops in. The artillery is still being a nuisance. A load of these guys have just been murdered though. That's not ideal, to be completely honest. They're a little bit in a bad way as well. We're slowly breaking through. Here we go. The last of them is now actually thinking about coming down for a bit of playtime. Try and get a few more troops in. This is going to be the last of them. They're now running over the top because they've been lemons and getting murdered. Lots more soldiers on the way. There's no way now, surely, that they can do anything about this. They are done. They cannot bring in any more troops. Excellent. That heavy artillery, though, is still... Oh, no. Oh, bodies flying everywhere. That's not ideal. But they have just surrendered. Excellent. I will accept that. Don't need any more German body parts flying, as I can't really deal with that. The body pile for the French grew quite a bit. How many people have we murdered? Oh, quite a good number. 13, 14, 15, call it 16,000 people have been murdered on the enemy team. And we lost 5, 6, call it 7,000. Bit more than what we had from previous battles. However, this has had to go back to the older way of doing things without raiders or the smoke because we just couldn't use it. Even so, that is a win. Right, lovely is that. Right, lovely. The enemy didn't like that. And one more attack in that direction. And we are all good and would have taken that territory, moving deeper into French land. Now then, what are the enemy going to do? I don't quite know. What I am thinking is, seen as I'm not going to be progressing into French territory on any of this area, if I stick a supply depot in all of this... Oh, it's already got it. Oh, clever me. Well, we can then use those supplies to bolster the defences, and because that will be permanent, will actually be money well spent. We can use more machine guns, build better trenches, and everything else. That will be a static line. And to be honest, probably all of this bit as well, as I'm now pushing directly for Paris. And he said France then. Obviously, but pushing directly for France. It would seem I already have one everywhere, apart from Dunkirk, which has taken that, so that doesn't matter. Let's see if the enemy attack. Ooh, they haven't. Ooh, lucky me. December 1915, things are getting worse. Gold reserves, we have some income. Research points, that's excellent as well. Apparently on active events, they want us to build a limited exchange. And what the bloody hell is that? All the way down there? I mean, I suppose it gets us closer to tanks, but I want gas. It can't hurt, I'll think about it. Oh my giddy aunt. Right, okay. Blocking the British, no landing. Operational objective. Take Calais to stop the British deployment. It is time to remove this threat and push the British off the northern coast. That makes sense. We have 10 turns to do it, so we're talking a year. And as a result, we will get 2 infantries for free, which is lovely. So it does look like we're going to be going for a push on Calais at the same time. Right. What is this? Deadly Nest. Destroy 8 machine guns. Well, we haven't seen any just yet. And the enemy are probably having a good time on reshuffling. I'll have to investigate that. However, in Ypres, they are now officially surrounded. You see that little thing there? That means they can't attack, move, or anything, which is superb. Calais is probably going to be a tough nut to crack, though. The British aren't going to give that up too easy, but we've got some free troops now from these areas, which is good. We just need to choose a point of an attack. Do I use Dunkirk or do I use Hazebrouck? That's a jolly good question. Even so, I need a supply depot there straight away. If they attack Dunkirk now and take it, then these troops will immediately become active and then slap me in the face. So immediate threat is to stop that from happening. Down here, it doesn't look like they're looking for a attack, which is wonderful. I've got a few people stashed in Soissons, where they seem quite spread out actually. That works well for me. It means I could just keep pushing. So, the troops in Rethel, they can move up to Chateau, whatever that's called. Most of them anyway, at least the elites, a German wing, and I'll leave 2 infantries there, in case the enemy come for a gander. In fact, I'll only leave 1. Because all this is quite thinly spaced out down here as well, I am going to move these to an attacking province. So that's an extra 5 troops the enemy are going to let me have, which is wonderful. So the main attack, I think I'm going to do from Hazebrouck. Yes. Okay, reshuffle complete. Along this entire front, all the way over here, I have 1 company of troops to hold the line with a little bit of aeroplane support. The 1 of 3 main attack vectors. We have Vouncers, again, coming onto Chateau-sur-Maine, if you want to call it that. Then we have the other one, which is from Chateau Thierry. Now, these troops are still moving. So really we want to wait another turn to be able to use the best troops that I can. However, I suspect I might be able to pull it off with the troops that are currently available that haven't been marching. So the main attack that I'm pretty much ready for is in Vouncers. Everywhere else which is on a defensive front only has the 1 infantry and the 1 aeroplane wing to hold off the French counterattacks. I've really reshuffled everything. Now, lots of troops here. They've just moved. So that's going to be another turn before I can attack. Because I don't think I'll break through with the current troops that I have available to me there. So I'm going to have to wait another turn for that. Which means we're looking at Vouncers and whatever that is. Now, seeing as I have a mission, I might as well go for the storage shack. Ooh, sugar lumps. What does that do? That gives me more access to more supplies in various points, which would be good for defense. So it kind of makes sense. And then it wants me to get the limited exchange, which gives a better gold reserve value compared to previously, meaning purchasing supply is easier and a little bit cheaper, which is one of the things you need to get tanks down the road. So you might as well, we're going that way eventually. I do want the gas and I do want the snipers. But we'll get there, we'll get there. I reckon we've got time for one more battle. So let's attack, think French. Morks? That's probably awfully wrong. Anyway, no, we're going to go for it. So these troops that are grayed out, we cannot use them in the attack. So we've only got 5 standard infantry, 2 elites though, and 1 air wing. That's the thought. Where's the other air wings? Oh, we've got one that's moved. Okay. I want another one. Another one has been magically acquired. They will be ready in the next turn. So we'll just have to make do with what we have. Ooh, well, there's thought we can do some spying. Regional intel will reveal structures. And that's all that it does at this moment in time. We can get more intelligence if we unlock it for now. So if you have a look at sea zones, they have a supply depot there and lots of troops, which means that's going to be a pain in the rear take. Thankfully, we're not going that way, but that also means they could probably do some quite successful counterattacks from that location, which is not very good for me, especially if we push down here, which is exactly what we're going to do. So we'll have to be aware the enemy only have 3 companies here, and it is a bit snowy. This is probably going to slow the troops down a bit, but we'll see. There's a big hill here, good for defensive work, but we are on the attack. There's only 2 forests, which are a little bit bare at this time of year. There's been no battles here in neither. This is the deepest we've gone into France so far. We are going to be pushing ahead. They have a bit of a hill here, not too concerning. I don't know what their trenches are going to look like at this point. The main command point has a big hill all the way around here. We'll have to watch for that. There's a bit of a crest of a hill here to get to B. That could be useful depending on the trench layout that the enemy come up with. If it's like as it is here, we could sneak up behind it and then pop up, but we'll just have to figure it out. Alrighty, bit of a different defensive situation this time. With X, we have a big X, which is like the Batman symbol or something. Now, between the forests, we have a bit of a line as well, full of raiders currently. We have the main command trench here. Bit of a do with a backup and a nice forest sat on the hill. That could be a thing in a defensive situation. Then at Y we have a full network of good stuff there. Now we've got a very good forward position. I was going to stick a lot of machine guns in, but supply became a bit of an issue because most of the army isn't here. But then we've got the artillery all ready to go with the supply depots sat ready. This big solid line isn't something that I normally do, but it'll be fine. Then we have an observation balloon as well, seeing as we might as well use one this time. Balloon going in the air. Let's see what the enemy do, shall we? It's decent enough coverage. Oh, and they've got machine gun nest of all the things, but at least they do not have they do barbed wire. Oh no. I don't have the Bavarian troops to cut through it, but I'm gonna blow that up first. Let's murder that then. Troops here getting slapped in the face. Well and truly excellent. The British and French are here. Looks like regular troops, nothing special. Okie dokie. Well, which bit do we go and take over first then? Do we deal with the barbed wire? It can be damaged with the artillery, but that can get a little bit expensive. It would be nice to grab hold of these 2 though, and kind of jump across. Could work. Their artillery is now hitting me, which is not very nice. This side seems the most defended, but there's not much depth. I could blow these guys up at the back and use the raiders to come and lob a few high explosives in these trenches. Then we could take over all of that area. But then they're going to be resupplying from here, coming across just like that, which we're not going to have much of a defense against. And that can get costly. No matter where we do it though, we're going to have the same problem. So we are going to do it from here because there's lots of them. I should be able to clear out all of it, causing huge casualties under the cover of some solid smoke. Enemy are trying to blow me up again, it's not very nice. To get the troops ready, shuffle some of these down, running around in the snow-filled trench. Raiders are pretty much ready to go. I'm going to send them all forward and see what happens under the cover of some smokage, and then hopefully be prepared with the normal riflemen to fill in the gap and shoot anybody that decides to interfere. I'm going to start with a bit of a bombardment, not on the forward ones, on the rear ones. They're going to be a nuisance shooting anybody. So if I slap them in the face, that should reduce any incoming fire. I'm also going to soften up this one, because I strongly suspect that they can shoot up here as well. I might need to do the same with them. I might be able to get another round in before the troops get there, and I'm going to actually begin the cover of smoke now, because you can get a few in and it lasts a while. Solid line of smoke there, then there's going to be another one, and then another one. That'll work lovely. Now the light artillery does not take long to reload. Get them into a bit of a position. The artillery is slapping the rear guard in the face a little bit. Nice, nice. Light artillery is ready again. More smoke going down. And once they've fired again, that's when the raiders are going to go in. This is going to be wonderful. So it does not take them long at all to get there with the smoke. It stays for a good while. There we go. More smoke. More smoke. The raiders are now running in. This should work. Now they're in the cover. Yes. They can run in quite freely. The artillery is going to do the worst. But look at them. They are surviving. Lobby grenades, lads. Lob them. They're doing it. They've done it a bit. Nice, cleared. But they got slapped. Mostly successful. Kind of. I could have got a little bit better. But we are in. Mistake I made there, I do believe. Was I went for a wider front. Oh, I thought they'd cleared that. No, apparently not. They're now under fire. Oh, that's not good. They're getting a little bit slapped in the face. Running straight at a machine gun is probably not very well advised. And now they've all been murdered. Excellent. Now they're being murdered. We need to get them in there. Need to get them in there before these start to get giddy. So I'm just going to suppress that. Suppress that. And suppress that while these get in. I'm going to send all them raiders home before they all get murdered, because we don't want that, do we? Let's start getting some more units in to replace. There we go. Can probably go for another suppression on that and that. Send in those troops quickly. Bombard that a little bit. I need these troops in this trench rather quickly because they're now going to be rushing in a load of reinforcements. Maybe I got a little bit trigger happy. Send in the fat guns that replace them. Oh, sugar lumps, where are these going? No, 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 you go there. I nearly got them all murdered. That would have been very good, would it? Good, we're getting troops there. We need more troops here. Hopefully their artillery doesn't blow them to a million pieces, but they are in, they're being shot at. This could work. There we go, now they're firing. At least a little bit. Let's get these shuffled over while they take over that section. We need these moving up as well. So we want this entire section under our control. We're going to have to suppress that. Now this is where this fun begins. We're going to start bombarding this. If I had the full army, I would have many more raiders to play with, but unfortunately, we do not. We're going to get them a little bit squishy before we send troops further up this way. Get this lot ready. And get these ready to move in. If I put a suppression barrage on that, I can freely move troops that way. Probably going to have to suppress them and them. And just run in. All these machine guns are facing the wrong ways, which helps me out immensely. Don't know where their heavy artillery is. It's going to be floating around the back somewhere. Just need to wait for the heavy artillery to come back so I can really make these squishy. Oh, there's a heavy artillery. I didn't quite realise that. But they are making my people get obliterated. That's not very nice. I'll be able to resupply from this point in a moment. Artillery's coming down there, they're going to soften them up. Excellent, we can now get more troops in directly from there. We'll send the troops now, got a suppression barrage coming on down there. I'll get another one down here, just in case. Because, yeah, as I suspected, the barrage has ended. But we are now getting troops inside, deep into the enemy trench, where it's not going to be doing... Oh my goodness, here they come. Oh jeez, right, yeah, now they have gotten rather excited. Oh no. Oh, they're not very happy. They are not very happy at all. Oh man. Well, we've got more artillery, I suppose. Got more troops as well. Might have to try and push for this one down here. Gonna have to soften this side up a wee bit, because that is not acceptable. Just try and blow them up, keep our hold on the area a little bit more. Need more troops down there. If I suppress that, these should be able to run in there. More troops in, I'm going to need them. Troops up there would be useful. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. Many people are getting murdered. Machine gun firing. Suppress that. Suppress that again. Press this. Artillery everywhere. Oh, wonderful. Get more troops in. Coming up here is going to cause a big problem for them though, so that is that. Suppress that machine gun. That one is actually going to be a bit of a nightmare. It is facing the way I didn't want it to face. Oh nice, we've got up there. Let's clear that, move up that way, get these troops further in. The command trench is just there, and if we can just get to that bit, we won't be too bad. Send them home because they're just a little bit shafted right now. There's another one somewhere. That one. Send them home. Get them in there. Now we've got a little bit of cover. Heavy artillery is ready yet again. Try and slap some of these in the face. That machine gun needs to stop shooting my men. Well, that would be helpful. But now we're doing alright. More troops available. Let's get these in a suitable position. In fact, these can go right over there. Deal with that. These can go in there, because these are just going to get eliminated in just a minute, which is not ideal. There we go. Get more troops in. Yeah, these have been obliterated. Send them home, unfortunately. We've nearly grabbed the command trench, which means then they can only resupply from there and there. That machine gun is a nightmare. Come on, chaps. Slap it. For some reason, they don't want to. So I'm gonna have to do it in a different manner. Let's see what's over here. Just push this way for the time being. Blow everything up that is floating around here. I want it rather clear. Just gonna have to suppress that machine gun for now. The only way it's gonna work. You push back their forces, they can't have many left. That is a good sign. Could even potentially go for more of a frontal assault on that other section now. That barbed wire might be a bit of a nuisance. A plane could be helpful. I strongly suspect there's going to be an arm and a leg of them. I don't really fancy pushing my way forward. Oh, there's only the machine guns that we have to deal with. That might be a wee bit of a nightmare. Blow that machine gun up. Jeez. For some reason, they don't want to deal with that. Now they're lobbing a few bits at it, but that's just taken far too long. It's going to be murdering a good number of our troops. They've got quite a few of them here. Artillery will solve a lot of that. Clearing these two alone will be a big plus. They can still resupply from there and there. I need more troops running across. That machine gun is gone. Nice. Just gonna push through here. The troops haven't really got anywhere to go, so that's where they're gonna be struggling. Once they get in there, we could just shuffle forward. They shouldn't be able to shoot us. Oh, sugar lumps. I told them to go out the trench. No, go back in. Now they're probably going to die. Excellent. Oh, that's not ideal. Misclicking is a nightmare. Lots more troops are on the way. They're probably going to get a little bit murdered. Don't think the enemy know exactly how to deal with this. They might be having a bad day. You never know. Excellent. We're going to lose those troops, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Getting more reinforcements in, because we're going to need them for replacing the men that we throw at the enemy for half needless reasons. Using the enemy's own trenches against them now. All these stuck in the open are just going to get murdered. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think they might be. Trying to fill in the gaps. There's nowhere for them to go. You'd think that they would just send them in, but no, they're just getting murdered. I have to shuffle these up as a wee bit and stop them from murdering them just for a small period, but it's fine. more troops. We've got probably some more down here which I could potentially use. Might as well blow up those artillery pieces. If it was me, I'd capture them, but I don't design the game. So I've just got a few in these trenches now. Not a bad result, really. Say half the army isn't here. Might as well suppress them a bit. Get some troopage in. Excellent. Not many of them left. Might as well blow them to pieces. Might actually save a few lives. They're finished. Send them across. They're going home. There might be some more in there. I'm not too sure. We can send some that way. They're dealing with our artillery now. Take over that bit. And they can no longer bring in any more troops. I strongly assume that they have people in that. Oh, there we go. Surrender. Yes, you can. Excellent. Another successful sweep of goodness. How many did we murder? Oh, quite a few. 10,000 dead of the enemy. Whereas we lost call it 4,000. Well, there you have it. Another right lovely victory. Oh, we did the deadliest one. That's nice. An extra 800 quid in the bank. Can't go wrong. One step closer. I want to take Paris sooner rather than later. Total casualty numbers are, oh geez, they are getting there. 495,000. That's one or two, isn't it? Nearly 500,000. Jeez. Well, we're getting there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Don't you go anywhere. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. Hopefully, if you have, if you can like the video too, that helps as well. A special thank you to all of the members of the channel who get lovely benefits of up to 2 weeks worth of additional content early. Isn't that right lovely? Now the next video, if it's available, will be on the screen right now to the bottom left and the full playlist to the bottom right. Have a good one.